Welcome back to another very special, very important episode of Agohp. Today we're going to talk about how doing nothing can actually save the world and improve your health. So, what am I talking about? What doing nothing? How can it improve the planet? Well, the last 100 years for humanity, everything changed. Okay, we're coming from being farmers to working in offices. We're coming to mass manufacturing, and today I want to specifically talk about mass manufacturing of food and the problems that evolved with it. So if you look at the billionaires like the Rockefeller family who pushed mass production of food and petroleum products and so on in the 20s, like the early 20th century, this is where a lot of health problems started, because before we were simply eating eggs and pig and beef and this, whatever nature, whatever the farm gave us. Okay? And this is really something that we should return to. It's creating a lot of problems. Why are these problems being created? Well, it's relatively obvious. The main issue is you guys don't have any more common sense. You're too distracted. If you would use any common sense, you would understand we are existing for a very long period of time. Humans became the most powerful force in this universe. Specifically men, we have the force, we have the power, but women have the ability to create new life. That combined with evolution, we became the best species, and we have consciousness and can make our own decisions, but we are flawed. We are making mistakes, okay? We're not perfect. But why is not eating actually the best solution to it? Let me call it fasting, okay? So right now, me personally, I'm on a long fast right now. I think I'm at 68 hours. I'm about to refeed after this video. I'm gonna take in my first meal. So why is fasting so important evolutionary? And of course, there's a lot of scientific garbage that you can go into yourself by doing a little bit of common sense research if you're not too lazy and dumb and distracted by TikTok. If you wanna get better, this is what you need to do. Set up a health chat GPT, train it with your macros, upload your blood test, and do some research on fasting, okay? But why is fasting so important, and how would you best start with it? I'm gonna go into this right now. So when you fast, you mimic the need, the search of food, and nature has created the scarcity, okay? So it's not always around, like these supermarkets and the fridge and the freezer and this and that. No, there was no restaurants like this. There was no fresh food constantly available. It's not good for you. It's not normal. Evolution needs 10,000 years to adjust to that. No, we're not that smart as we think we are. Nature is way smarter. It's around for millions of years. Don't challenge God. God's creation is better than you, knows better than you. Simply follow these rules, okay? So if you follow intermittent fasting or long fasting, it's very similar processes. And what you will do is you actually will take some money away from mass manufacturing, so they have to become more competitive. And maybe a solution will be better quality food, right? Also, you will actually reduce waste. A lot of the packaged food these days is all in plastic, and it's all packaged. It's absolutely terrible. You should completely deny non-God made food, okay? You have to stop buying it. Governments have to stop pushing it. Of course, governments are corrupt. They get paid by these billion-dollar companies, so you can't really count on them. It's always up to you. Nobody will come to save you. So you need to do your own research and find your way back to humanity, not eat garbage, okay? Fasting is incredible because after you stop eating, and you reduce waste product and waste plastic in this world, you're doing already some great things. On top of it, you're actually going to save money, because you're wasting a lot of money and resources and time on finding food, preparing food so many times, and actually don't need it at all. Okay? I haven't eaten for 68 hours. I'm here, big and strong, leaner, stronger than ever, mentally sharp, perfectly fine. Of course, there's certain rules to follow while you're going through the fast, because the world has changed. We're not in the same world like 10,000 years ago. But you can simply mimic this and follow some simple steps. ChatGPT actually gives you all the advice you need during your process, during your experience. So we're going to reduce garbage. We're saving the world. You're going to save money. You're going to save time. Wow. And on top of it, guys, you're going to feel better. You're going to sleep better. You're going to recover better. Fasting is the absolute superhuman activity. It will also bring out something that's called autophagy, which actually gives your body the ability to eat itself, break down damaged or broken proteins, and produce energy. I mean, humans haven't taken over the planet for nothing. We are the best species in the universe. The smartest, the most well-developed thing in this world. So, but it's up to you to use these tools. And for profit, a few humans are doing really, really terrible things. So by fasting, you're not only gonna develop better health, you're also gonna get sharper. You're gonna get smarter. You're gonna memorize better. Your brain is gonna get into a much better state of focus and memory and everything, okay? So guys, you need to try this out. But a lot of people are weak little weasels. They need to have some food in their mouth every second, okay? You're never gonna make it. You're never gonna feel better. You're not gonna reduce your inflammation. You will potentially get sick, like a lot of people are. In the United States, as an example, the highest death rate is heart disease, which is obviously caused by wrong feeding, wrong time of eating, and so on, okay? Wrong food, wrong eating, no recovery, plus alcohol, plus smoking, and life's over, okay? Number one is heart disease, and then there's cancer. Well, just imagine if you consume garbage and petroleum products and medicine, and you do the wrong process for tens and tens of years, for decades, and your cells are dying and dying and dying, and new cells have to be prepared while you have all this garbage in your body. Well, this is how cancer is created. Just use your common sense, right? By putting this into your body and constantly killing good cells, at some point maybe a bad cell appears, okay? It's fully natural. It's like a chemical reaction of your body. You can reduce that by eating better, sleeping better, exercising right, etc. But today we're speaking about fasting. And it's really one of the most powerful things that I've learned with my autoimmune diseases to reduce inflammation, get better sleep, get more energy, get more mental focus, save money and time while saving the world. It's amazing. Good. You shouldn't straight go into a 68, 72 hour fast like I'm doing. There is some training to it. So I started my journey 5 years ago when I was 29 years old, and I moved to Mexico, Tulum, and I got to know some fitness G's who are fasting intermittent, training, looking super jacked, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So I want to be like you, strong, lean, and feel good and be sharp. When I was eating carbs, I felt down, I didn't feel great. So the procedure they suggested me is, don't go too crazy. You should push, you should see your eating like a feeding window. You want to time when you eat. You want to eat always at the same time. That's really important. Plan your eating windows. So I had multiple meals a day. I already didn't do breakfast because I'm busy. I don't have time for this shit. But I was still eating too early. I didn't realize a cappuccino is a meal. So first I went on black coffee and water, and I started pushing my first meal from like lunchtime, 1 or 2 p.m. Within every couple of days, I pushed it back hour by hour, okay? So let's say in the first week, I was supposed to eat at 2 o'clock. 4 days later, I would eat at 3 o'clock. 4 days later, I would have my first meal at 4 o'clock, and so on. So that over a couple of weeks period, I would get to my goal of 1 meal a day. The best time you have your 1 meal is somewhere in the afternoon, 6 to 8 hours before you go to sleep. It didn't really work for me that way. I was just eating in the evening around 8, 9 p.m., maybe 4 hours before my sleep because of meetings, because of work and things going on in Tulum during the pandemic. But you can schedule that whatever is more comfortable for you in the morning, afternoon, evening. But the most important is that you go to bed in a fasted state, okay? So that you're at least 6 to 8 hours before sleeping, you want to have your last meal. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is how you start. Personally, I didn't care what I eat. I eat once a day. So I was still eating pizza, this, that. Of course, you can't drink any alcohol because alcohol is poison. You can't take any drugs. You can't do any of this garbage, just water, black coffee, green tea. No other, I didn't do juices. I didn't do any of that stuff. So it's black coffee, water, green tea, and then 1 meal a day. During that meal, just do a little bit of research. What's best for you to eat? Personally, I already had massive improvements with simply 1 meal a day, even though it was pizza, pasta, salmon, beef, whatever. At the time, I ate in restaurants once a day. I still ate seed oils, etc. But I had huge improvements of my liver results, of my inflammation. It actually improved by almost 90%. Imagine that within 6 to 8 months. I had a 90% improvement of my autoimmune disease that I had for 20 years. So another thing was I lost around 12 kilos of fat that I was carrying around. Most of man's fat is around the organs, so you don't even really see it. But I lost a lot of weight. I was never overweight, but I got rid of all this unnecessary fat. And the first time, while I was going to the gym 6 times a week, I actually could get muscle. So it was the first time, because my hormones changed from the fasting, my human growth hormone, my testosterone, everything spiked. And I finally gained some muscle, okay? So that was really interesting for me, being on a high carb, moderate premium diet and working out really hard 6 times a week with limited rest days. I only had 1 rest day per week. This is how I got the most jacked ever. I gained over 10 kilos of muscle in the first 18 months. I followed that protocol of 1 meal a day, whatever I want to eat, whatever I feel like, including sweets and whatever garbage. It really did well for me. So after 18 months, I started looking into keto, low carb, and some other carnivore options, and playing around with food, what makes me feel good, etc. But personally, I wouldn't suggest you to start with it. You want to heal your body 1 step at a time. Don't overload it. Just simply change small things and follow these small things with discipline. Okay? That's what I would suggest. So really important, guys. Try fasting. It's gonna save you money, save you time, improve your health, your mental state, your mood. Your friends and family, your loved ones will be happy around you. You're gonna save the planet. It's a no-brainer. And God has created these natural factors of food scarcity to keep us healthy, to keep us strong. And this is actually how we took over this world and created what we all have today. All these inventions, all of it comes from hard work, food scarcity, fasting. Yeah, just hard things, hardship. So don't give up on it. Give it a try. Implement it into your daily routine, into your daily life. Make it normal. Tell your friends and loved ones about this so they can change their lives and get better. If you have personal experiencing fasting, if you have a personal story you want to share in the comments, let me know. I'm going to read all of them, I'm going to reply. Maybe I can make a video about one of your issues, what I would do, and upload it for you. Like, subscribe, share this link with your friends, with your loved ones, if they want to know about fasting and how it actually can change your journey. It's been doing really well for me. My inflammation is super down. I'm staying strong. I'm staying sharp. You should give this a try. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.